Welcome to Mornings with Patty. I'm reading from The Courage to Change and One Day at a Time because they're both related and it's helping me. So, just to give you a little thing, is that the reason I'm doing this is for my own mental health and it really helps me. So, I'm hoping that it helps you as well. I'm just sharing my experience, strength, and hope in the goal of looking at our own limitations and what can I change to become the person I really want to be. So here we go with Courage to Change, June 19th. When I'm troubled by another person's behavior, a complicated situation, or a disappointing turn of events, I'm reminded that I don't have to take it personally. I'm not a victim of everything that happens unless I choose to see myself that way. Though things don't always go my way, I can accept what I cannot change and change what I can. Perhaps I can take a different view of my problems. If I accept them at face value without taking them personally, I may find that they are not problems at all, only things that have not gone as I would have wanted. This change of attitude can help free me to evaluate the situation realistically and move forward constructively. Blaming my discomfort on outside events can be a way to avoid facing the real cause, my own attitudes. I can see myself as a victim, or I can accept what is happening in my life and take responsibility for my response. I may be guided to take action to sit still, but when I listen to the guidance of my higher power, I will no longer be the victim of my circumstances. Henry Ward Beecher writes, God asks no man whether he will accept life. This is not the choice. You must take it. The only choice is how. So there's a situation, right? And it's not to my liking. And I'm really pissed off about it. And I don't want to take it personally. And if I take it personally, then I'm being a victim. And that's what this reading is saying. And how about let's just take a look at my own stuff and find out what's happening with it and what can I do to change it. So there's another reading today that addresses this in One Day at a Time on June 19th. So there's this self-searching. There is this taking a look at ourselves, and it's a long-term undertaking. It must go on for as long as I remain blind to the flaws which create so much trouble for me. I must go on day after day trying to face myself as I am and to correct whatever is keeping me from growing into the person I want to be. As I review each day and think over the consequences of what I have said and done, I can admit my shortcomings first to God and to myself and to a private kind of a confession. And when this is done, I need the courage by confiding my faults to some trusted human being. And such acknowledgement requires both humility and honesty. As I understand the difficult task of facing myself and my faults, my shortcomings, my limitations, I will guard against self-justification and self-righteousness. I am well aware how easy it is to make excuses for myself and to blame others for my misfortunes, and particularly on those around me. To overcome my limitations, I must first know what they are. Then I must admit to them. And finally, with patient self-correction and love, diminish them even if I cannot set myself totally and wholly free. I love all of this. This is really the basis of my work for so many years now. And what these two readings are saying are whatever somebody else does is not because of me, it's their own shit. And I can take it personally, especially if there are consequences for someone else's behavior. But then I have to look at what was my part in it. And that part is taking a look at who I am, what I do, what my patterns are, and I will write them out. And I will talk it out with somebody else. I will talk it with somebody I trust, because I have this tendency to share too much and to the wrong people, and they break my confidence. But what this reading is saying is that we have to look inside of ourselves, look at what we've done, share it with our higher power with humility and grace and honesty. Share it with someone else I trust. And from there is where the growth starts to happen. It took me years to get to this point because I was so filled with shame. I was so filled with not good enough. And to acknowledge my own problems, my own limitations, meant that I had problems. It meant that I was not as good as I thought I was, not as perfect or loving. And it's a really difficult thing. The other part that is really important of this whole thing, which is what I've been talking about for a while now, is acceptance, surrender. When I can accept what is, that's the secret, is accepting what it is and then take action. Accepting my faults and then take action. Accepting my limitations and then take action. Accepting what this person did and then take action. Not react, but to sit still with it, look at my part in it, confess it to somebody else, and accept it and let it go and live my life. And I just want a more beautiful, more loving life. How about you? If you like this, follow me and we'll see what we can do to bring more love into the world. Love you.